Hello everyone. This is going to be different from any other kind of video I've done and different from anything the channel has done before. First things first, GNP not retiring. GNP is not breaking up. GNP isn't going anywhere. In fact, it's quite the opposite, and I'm happy about that. What GNP is doing is changing, at least in the big picture of things. It's a bit to explain, but I'd be more than happy to let you in on what I've been thinking about for quite a while now. As a final preface, I just want to say this video is mainly meant for my close friends, since they're usually the only people I expect to watch my videos. I don't have any problem with this. In fact, that's how this page started and how it survived through the years, as a small capsule to look back at. If this video is an introduction to the channel, hello. I'm one half of this channel's pair of owners, and I'm glad you stumbled upon this announcement. This change I'm talking about has to do with an itch I haven't really been able to scratch over the recent years: my creative output. My personal time is often dedicated to projects that never see the light of day, and I want to start holding myself accountable and sharing them with the world. This doesn't mean I'll be vlogging or sharing every little detail. It's more like a progress check or creative log. Whether you're a close friend, coworker, family member, you've probably had different levels of knowledge about what I'm currently working on and the ideas I've had, and that's the whole point of this new direction. For example, I'm working on some independent game development with a couple friends. I'm working on some music projects for a friend, music for a short film, and music for myself as a personal project. I also have a mini-series for the GMP channel in the works, and a couple of other ideas I'll eventually go in depth about. These projects, along with other ideas and content I feel I could bring to life, are things I've held at such a high standard that they often don't get finished. I recognize that now. I don't usually have faith in the things I create, but I've realized over time that people do appreciate them, and that's something that brings me joy I can't fully describe. Which brings me to my next point: intention. This joint channel started as something fun to share with my best friend, and I intend to keep it that way. I'll still collaborate with him and bring you videos that we both work on, but I also plan on releasing videos that are solely my own ideas or personal projects. This is where I need your input. Should I post these videos here on the GMP channel and put them on a separate playlist, or should I start a new channel just for them? Both options have their pros and cons, and I'd like to hear what you think. Personally, I don't really have any preference either way. I'll still be getting the creative output that I've been striving for. I just don't know if adding more of my own videos here would clutter the channel. Regardless of what I choose, GMP is not breaking up or retiring. We're still GMP, and I even plan to put out videos that we're both a part of, including the hiatus. Yes, it's in the works. I want it to have substance and to be something I can be proud of. So I just ask for a bit of patience on that one, but I do promise that it is being worked on. With my intentions clear, let me explain what kind of content I want to bring in this new direction. As I mentioned earlier, my current projects will be the main focus: music, game development, which that would include like the synopsis, the coding, brainstorming, and other varied but passionate pursuits. Most of you know I'm pretty passionate about music. I was classically trained on the violin. I've explored other instruments throughout the years and become a multi-instrumentalist. I've studied theory, written my own music, and taken part in several different projects, and I'd like to bring that knowledge and experience into videos that cover music history.
Hey, this is editing me. I didn't realize how much I made it sound like I was interviewing for a job position. I don't mean for it to sound like that. I guess I just wanted to provide some of my background in case you guys didn't know.
Maybe provide some analysis and maybe even some tutorials or covers if I feel brave enough. These could range from mainstream albums to game soundtracks and everything in between. For those of you who play an instrument or make music yourselves, I'd love to do deep dives into the subtle genius behind some of my favorite tracks and albums. And for those of you who don't, maybe these videos will give you a new appreciation for a song you know, or introduce you to something completely new. I also want to step into music I've never explored before. Maybe something you guys recommend or something I've overlooked and want to take a look at now, and share that journey as I experience this new music for the first time. Another area I'm passionate about is sports. I played several growing up, and I've watched even more for at least 15 years. I wouldn't call myself an expert in every sport, but I do think I have an advanced understanding of them, enough to provide some entertaining commentary or maybe explain some concepts. It could be anything from breaking down the basics of a game to explaining something obscure like a scoregami, or maybe telling stories about controversies, weird rules, anything really. I can even take suggestions from you guys to see where that goes. And then there's gameplay. This was what GMP was originally supposed to be, and I'd like to finally fulfill that promise to myself. Even if not many people watch, I want it as a capsule of memories from good times with my friends. Plus, I have a massive backlog of games I've promised myself I'd play. So this is a way to kind of keep myself accountable and maybe provide entertainment for others at the same time. Whether it's a game you don't own or one you've picked up on a sale and forgot about, I'd like to share those experiences. Right now, GMP only really has 1 or 2 gameplay videos, and I think that's something that needs to change as soon as we can possibly do it. All in all, I want to take a step in this new direction, but I'd like your opinions to help me decide where that step should be taken. I don't have an upload schedule or a set pattern yet. I just had this realization that my big picture passion is entertainment through creativity. And I want to kind of explore that and see where that leads. Thanks for sticking around this long. I hope to hear from you guys soon, and I can't wait. So, thank you.